I'm Tuck.
And I'm Lenny Ben.
Join us as we turn our Catalina 30 into our new dream home.
And set sail on the adventure of a lifetime.
So good morning, it's coffee time with Tuck. So if you're wondering what's been going on a little bit, you may or may not know that I've recently had back surgery. I've been doing most of my recovery here on the boat. In the next clips, you're going to see the breakdown and the cleanup of a gearbox for a Catalina 30. I posted a video of us taking this out and looking how bad that it was a few months ago. Well, since then we've been able to get all the parts, and then I cleaned it up and I put it back together. Before I had surgery, me and the owner put the box back in, and now I've had surgery, so we had to wait a little bit to try it out, and we've got it all done as far as trying it out, and now it's just buttoning everything else up. So this is the part 2 of that gearbox that you're about to see. We're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out together and see if it works. You noticed that I'd done this outside. I'd done this out on one of my storage properties. The reason that I done it outside, I have a shop, I have a garage that I can work in and do all this stuff, but in the other places of the world, you may not have the luxury of doing this kind of work anywhere but in the cockpit of a sailboat. So it can be done, and it can be done right. The video is to show that you don't have to have all the fancy gadgets, fancy tools to get something done. What you have to have is a little bit of knowledge and a lot of willpower to keep going at something and finishing something until it works out. That's what we're going to do today. We're going to go right over to that boat. We're going to start it up, put it in gear, see if Tuck knew what he was doing when he put this thing together. Let me show you what I'm into. So this is the inside of this gearbox, all these clutches, and I'm using this puller and pulling it apart, and then we'll go from there, see what's happening with this thing. All right, just to show you, this thing is all apart and it's really dirty. Now it's time to do a lot of cleaning, get it all cleaned up, replace the bearings and the clutches, and get it back together. I think we're going to be able to save it. Here's the inside of the gearbox that we pulled out at Catalina. This stuff has been sitting in a cleaning solution for probably a week, and then just doing little knockoff stuff. When I had the transmission shop, in mechanic shop, I had a big steam washer, and we put them in there and it comes out. Well, I don't have it anymore, so now to get all of this cleaning solution off, get all the carburetor cleaner stuff off, I'm gonna improvise. You know what this is? I'm gonna use this turkey fryer. And so we're gonna put all of this crap right there into that and boil it for a while. I have a cleaning solution that I'm gonna put in the water that gets rid of all of this stuff, because we don't want any of these solvents in this case. We don't want it on the stuff when we put it back together. So you remember, all those parts look pretty clean, but look at all of this nasty shit coming off of those parts down in there. And so we'll let this run for a good, probably an hour, and then let it cool down and pull the parts out and get them on the table, and then we'll see what we can do with them. Get all of it put back together, make this thing work, get this boat back up and running. Look how black that water is, how nasty it is. That was after these had cleaned and then sprayed off with carburetor cleaner. Now we're gonna pull them out and get them on the table, get them all rinsed off and that kind of deal, and then get to putting it back together. Get this all cleaned up. Now it's time to take all these old seals and stuff out. Start reassembling it with all these little bitty parts. make sure it all works. The solution worked pretty good, you know, soaking it in some abrasive stuff and then cleaning all that off, and a lot of wiping stuff. And you know, the reason that I didn't go have this thing bead blasted and all this crap is I want you to see that this can be done. I mean, what happens if someone's in Mexico or the Caribbean and they don't have access to this? This stuff can be done kind of on the fly. I'm doing it outside even. Nice weather, and so there you go. Just got me a table set up and gonna get this thing back together. All right, break's over. No more coffee. I've got to get my tools. So this big massive thing is so I don't do any of the bending that I'm not supposed to do, I guess. But
it does not prevent you from overdoing it, though.
Yeah.
You're doing shit you're not supposed to do.
I do overdo it some, but so gonna get our stuff ready. After I got my tools, we're gonna go to this boat and see about whether it works or not, and getting it all buttoned up for the guy. This is our boat here, and the boat that I'm working on is that Catalina 30 right there. Instead of taking all of this in a dock cart and going all the way up the dock and back around and down this finger, I'm gonna use the dinghy and just go right across there. Let's get it all loaded up and see what happens here.
Ooh. Would you sit down and let me out? Doing shit you're not supposed to be doing.
Unhook me.
Slick.
Time to get all this in there. Because of my back, I have to do everything in stages. It's not just one easy thing. Shouldn't even be lifting some of this stuff, but nothing wrong with my arms. It's just my back. I can't bend over and pick anything up. Let's go down in here and let's look and see what has happened since the last time we seen this boat. There we go. We have installed this box. So all the pieces that you've seen on the table is from this gearbox here. And then we still got to put the linkage and stuff like that back in. We've aligned the prop shaft, and yeah, let's fire it up and see what happens to the old girl. Come on. A little loud, but let's go check it out. I would say that's a pretty good success. So yeah, I saved it. That's the first one of those that I've ever done. Get the old girl shut down here. Now it's just buttoning stuff up and making it go. Like I was saying, that's the first one of these boxes that I've done. I have built several transmissions and rear ends before in my life, so I wasn't afraid to tackle it. Yeah, it works. So if you go back to the video, and I'll link that video in the description, and it'll be one of the prompt play videos at the end of this video. You'll see where we took this out and how bad this thing was. This thing was nasty. And when I pulled this thing apart, I'm like, holy shit, this is bad. I'm not sure that I can save this one. But, you know, I did, and I'm happy for the guy. I mean, it saves a lot of money. These boxes are hard to come by, and they're expensive. I think I'm as happy as the owner is that I was able to fix this. And so yeah, let's get it all back together. Here we go. It is all done. As far as the motor, the box, you've seen that it worked. I hooked up the shifter, done a little wire cleaning up and tying up and just getting things kind of straight, and then I'm gonna put the cabinet back on it and get this guy ready to go. He's been patient and waiting, and I've been hurt, but it's worth it. I can't be happier. If you can't tell Tuck's happy, then there's something wrong, because I love taking on a project that nobody else will dig into sometimes. I got everything buttoned up in here. There we go. This is about the way that I found the boat when I started. I'm thinking that it's successful. We fixed the box, we fixed the problem, got the boat back together, and yeah, I hope the owner really enjoys it. I know he's been missing his boat. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys, for this little project. We're all done with the boat. A little bit I want to talk to you about. The owner of this boat is one of our followers, or one of our subscribers, and on YouTube, and just a super nice guy. And he's been helpful as we've been here for the last year and a half, getting our boat done. When I done the swim platform and changed the name on the boat, that's how I met the guy. He reached out to me and was like, "Hey, you're like right across the finger from me," and so yeah, and we met that way. His name is Eric Hinderberger. He is a yacht salesman for Ullman Yachts here in Long Beach. Go follow him on Instagram, SV Booze Cruise, and yeah, he's just a super guy. You need any help finding a boat or anything around Long Beach, reach out to this guy. And I'm so glad that I was able to save that gearbox for him and get his boat back. He's just a super guy, and he well deserves it. And he even bought me a bottle of whiskey, so I even like him more. But you know what, guys? If you stuck around this long, be sure that you get over to Facebook, get over to Instagram. You can check out our Patreon if you'd like. But you know, we really appreciate each and every one of you. So many followers that just repetitiously comment, and we love you guys. But you know what? Until next time, fair winds, safe travels, and enjoy the next shit show.